So today I'm going to be installing the Wonvon Battery Monitor system. So in the box, and this is a model KG140F. I'm Tony.
And I'm Kathy.
And welcome to our adventurous own Dreamweaver.
In the box, get a user's guide, and then some mounting hardware, terminals, some cables that's going to go from the sensor over to the little control box. You have a sensor. This is a shunt. Have a shunt that can mount. That just goes on the negative of the battery. It also has a plug here. It's pretty heavy duty too. I think I'm gonna mount this at the battery. Then you have a cable that goes from the control box to the display. You have a control box here. This is where your cabling hooks to. This should be pretty close to the shunt. Let's get it right side up so you can read it. So we'll mount that in where the batteries are at, and then you get a pretty nice little display. See what that looks like. So we'll mount the display over where all the controls are on the boat, and then hopefully this is going to work out and be able to tell us exactly what our batteries are doing, how much our solar is charging, and I'm hoping it's going to work out really good.
First, you have to determine the negative wire that feeds the batteries and the battery charger, since this monitors current coming in and out of the batteries. Unfortunately, my battery terminal wasn't large enough, or the hole wasn't large enough in it to be able to accommodate the bolt that's going to go through from the shunt, so I had to take a drill and actually drill that out some so the bolt would go through. Now you can bolt the wires that came off of the battery back onto the shunt on the load side. The other side of the shunt, the line side, bolts back to the battery terminal itself, where the wires came off originally. Now connect the cable between the shunt and the control box that comes with the system itself. It's a plug-in, so it's pretty easy to put on.
She said, I don't know. When you run and you're cold. When you run, don't you fall. Feel it in their eyes. Feel it in your
Next, disconnect one of the positive wires on the battery to be able to provide 12 volts to the control box itself.
I'll be in Wisconsin, where my childhood was found.
Once you attach the 12 volt supply wire, then you can plug it into the side of the control box. Once you do that and provide power, the little green light will start to blink to show that you do have power.
Or out to the mountains, where I can put my anchor down.
Next, we need to cut a hole in the control panel or fuse panel, wherever you're going to mount the display itself.
I'm going crazy, gotta put my hands to work.
Now it's time to remove the sole or floor panel so we can run the wiring underneath the floor, following the wiring that's already in the boat. And of course, just like anything else, there's always one or two screws that absolutely will not come out. And it's the case in this case too. Same thing with me.
I'm gonna put my hands to work. I'm not afraid of the edge, I'm afraid of the middle, afraid of too much, I'm not afraid of too little, we're not enough, 'cause all I want is all around. I gotta get out of town. The city's caving, the walls are getting close. I felt it lately, I think it's time to go.
Now it's time to pull the control wire from the control box that's mounted beside the battery under the flooring and all the way up to the panel where we're mounting the display itself.
Not afraid of the edge, I'm afraid of the middle, afraid.
The nice thing about Catalina is they leave pull wires or pull strings under the flooring and through the walls anywhere that it's really hard to get to with wiring. So I always use that to pull my new wiring and then make sure and put it back.
Right next to you, with silent sound. I gotta get out of town. I've been talking about getting out of town.
Be careful when you pull your display wire. It does have a clip on the end and you don't want to break that off. So go kind of easy when you're going under the floor and around all the other wiring. Make sure that you get it pulled and don't pull that end off of it. I said, if you do have a pull wire or pull string, make sure that you put that back after you disconnect it. Okay, it's time to bolt the flooring back down. So get it back down and put all the screws back in it so you can walk around and don't step in one of the holes accidentally. Okay, it's time to cut that hole in the control panel for the display itself. This is one thing I hate to do, is cut holes in this control panel. Because you can't put them back, so try to get it right the first time. Next, it's time to put on some wire ties and neaten up the wires, close up the panel, and we've already made the connection to the back of the display, and so time to finish this project up.
Next episode on.
Okay, so here we are out with my crew. We don't have much wind, but we're having a good time. That's the main thing. So here's Mr. Brandon. He's working on maybe getting the drone up. That would be nice. We'll see how it goes. Got a big cruise ship. I mean, not cruise ship. Big M casino ship. Here's Kathy over here. She's doing her work on her phone, checking stuff out.
Taking pictures.
Taking pictures. She's taking pictures. Yep, need pictures. And here's my sister-in-law. Come here, sissy. All right, here's my sister-in-law. Now this is her first time on a sailboat. She's been on speedboats with us. She said I tried to kill her a couple of times on speedboats. So anyway, so I'm gonna let her talk a little bit.